Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Thursday. I'm going to do a live severe weather discussion. I just want to make this clear. It's Thursday, May 15th at 11:21 a.m. We have no tornado warnings, no severe weather warnings. This is a briefing to discuss the multiple chances for severe weather starting today through Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, and then again on Tuesday. So I'm going to have a lot that I want to discuss. I am going to give this just a moment and let some people filter in. I know a lot of people don't really watch middle of the day, but I know a lot of people watch this back. So if you're watching this on playback, you're more than welcome to fast forward, but I'm going to give this about 30 more seconds before I get started. What's going on, Joyce? How are you? All right, cool. We are, I think, live on all platforms. Okay, so let's get started here. First and foremost, today is Thursday, May 15th, 2025, and we do have a risk for severe weather today. It is 11:22 a.m. I think that we will have a few storms that form through the afternoon hours. And I think those storms could produce large hail, damaging wind gust, and I can't rule out a tornado. The tornado threat today is not high, but it's not zero. It's May. It's middle of May, almost never zero in May. You can see the National Weather Service has highlighted a chunk of our state in yellow, which is a slight risk, level 2 of 5, and elsewhere, dark green, which is the level 1 of 5 marginal risk. The concern today, like I said just a few moments ago, is very large hail and damaging winds. And looking at the data, I can put this in motion for you if you're trying to plan your day. This is high resolution data, what the radar might look like as we go through the afternoon. This is 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. time frame. You can see there might be a storm or two in north central Arkansas. Has the potential to produce large hail and damaging winds. We go through the 3, 4, 5, and 6 p.m. hours. You can see those storms continue on to northeast Arkansas towards Jonesboro, areas east of Little Rock, northeast Arkansas as a whole, between that 4 to 7 p.m. hour. So there's a good chance that some of you, and you can see as we go through the 7 to 8 p.m. hour, that continues off to the east towards Memphis, Blytheville, and the Mississippi and Tennessee state lines. So, and there's rain elsewhere. You can see there's some rain in western Arkansas. There's a lot of you will likely observe no severe weather today. Today, Thursday, is one of those days where marginal in coverage, if you ask me. But there could be a few storms that cause problems. Any one storm today could go severe and produce hail and damaging winds. Fast forward to tomorrow, Friday, May 16th, 2025. I think the severe weather risk might be a little bit more expansive. You can see more of the state is highlighted in yellow and orange rather than just green. And I know I don't really want everyone to get caught up in the colors, but I do want you to understand that whenever these yellow and orange shadings come out, the National Weather Service is suggesting that confidence is a little bit higher in more widespread coverage of storms, whereas in today we might only have 1 or 2 segments of storms. Tomorrow we could have 3 or 4. And the storms tomorrow could be strong to severe, along with large hail, damaging winds, and we could have some tornadoes. The National Weather Service has highlighted a part of northeast Arkansas in a black yellow hatched area between Mountain Home and Jonesboro. You can see the highlighted shaded area here. That's the National Weather Service suggesting that there is potential for tornadoes, some possibly strong. So we're talking EF2 or stronger. Those are generally only issued whenever confidence is a little bit higher in that. That only includes a sliver of northeast Arkansas, specifically areas around Clay County and whatnot. But the rest of the state, outside of a few small pockets of northwest and southern Arkansas, has a low tornado risk tomorrow, Friday. But in my opinion, I feel like the severe weather risk tomorrow, Friday, is for most of the state, more so for large hail and damaging winds, but I can't rule out a tornado or two. And I'm going to put the radar into motion for you and show you what Friday will look like. We've already discussed Thursday. This is Friday. This is suggesting that storms could form around lunch tomorrow. It is possible, I guess, that we have some early morning storms in eastern Arkansas, but the bulk of the activity will likely form tomorrow in northwest and western Arkansas between noon and 3. This activity, you can see it here from northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, into west central Arkansas, maybe a pocket of storms in south Arkansas too, as this moves off to the east. This is 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. We have graduations ongoing tomorrow. It seems like a lot of them in north Arkansas, northeast Arkansas. If you have plans outside tomorrow afternoon, you need to be aware that there is potential for strong thunderstorms. Hopefully, we can get those graduations in with no problems, but there's a good likelihood that we will encounter some thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, especially north of Interstate 40. You can see this is a lightning density model, basically just suggesting where the strongest storms will be. And you can see there's a pretty big segment of storms possible north of I-40 tomorrow, and this will move off to the east into the evening hours. This is 6 p.m., 7, 8, 9, 10. We're still dealing with storms tomorrow between 8 and 10 p.m. Looks like the worst of it is moving off to the east out of central Arkansas and toward the Mississippi and Tennessee state lines. Have to watch the activity down here in south Arkansas if anything forms, and this continues off to the east the overnight hours as we go into Sunday. And I think, looking at some of the data earlier, we could have additional activity that forms on Saturday, especially in western and southwest Arkansas. This is the severe weather risk on Saturday. So we've discussed Thursday, we have discussed Friday, now we're on Saturday. Outside of northeast Arkansas, the most of the state has a severe weather risk on Saturday. I do think it will be more concentrated west of Little Rock and southwest of Little Rock, but the National Weather Service has included that slight risk, the yellow shading, level 2 of 5, across a large chunk of Arkansas. This is, once again, that lightning density model does a good job of showing where storms might be. This is Saturday afternoon. A lot of you have plans on Saturday. I've seen a lot of people talking about float trips and going camping. That's fine. Enjoy yourself. But please understand that there will be some potential for thunderstorms on Saturday, especially in the afternoon. This model really likes southwest and western Arkansas, but we can't rule out storms up here in Missouri, northeast Oklahoma, northern Arkansas, Saturday night between 8 and 10 p.m. This is just a model. It's not going to be perfect, but it also has storms moving in late Saturday night and early Sunday morning. You can see those thunderstorms trending over northeast Arkansas. This is Sunday between 8 and 11 a.m. So we're going to have, I don't have a defined risk area from the National Weather Service for Sunday, but I'd be willing to venture that we could have more storms on Sunday. This is Sunday night. Look at those storms moving out of Oklahoma. Storms form off in Oklahoma, could be strong to severe, and move toward Arkansas in the late night hours. We all know how that goes. When storms form in Oklahoma, Kansas, or Texas and move our way, sometimes they get here and sometimes they're cranky, especially if there's plenty of instability involved. And you'll see here on Sunday, folks, there's more than enough storm fuel, values of 3,000 to 4,000 across the region. So storms that form in Oklahoma, Kansas, or Texas on Sunday and move east towards Arkansas could arrive Sunday night, and they could be strong to severe. So we'll have to watch Sunday as well. We might get a reprieve on Monday. I haven't really dove a whole lot into Monday, but I think we're going to have another risk for severe weather on Tuesday, and I want to discuss that with you too. Because Tuesday had my attention this morning, and I think it could cause us some problems, unfortunately. Looking at the upper level pattern as we roll into Tuesday, not a fan of seeing this, folks. Really stout, really stout upper level storm system positioned over the center of the country. We call this a trough. This one has a negative tilt to it. A lot of times when you have this negative tilt trough, the trough axis pointing down towards Arkansas, a good indicator of a stout storm system is really loading up. That's the way I like to describe it to people. The storm system is loading up, full of energy. There's all sorts of upper level energy to work with here, along with moisture. I mean, the Gulf is just pumping moisture into the region. You can see the green puke-like colors is what I call them. Really, really humid the next several days as we deal with this system. And the storm fuel on Tuesday could also be plentiful. You know, it's not on the extreme measures, but values well over 3,000 Tuesday midday, especially across western Arkansas. I think the severe weather risk in western Arkansas, northern Arkansas, areas along and west of Little Rock could be in for a significant severe weather risk for Tuesday if nothing changes, along with a more than enough low-level jet to work with on Tuesday afternoon. And you can see that low-level jet increases as we go through the afternoon hours. Tuesday, as it stands right now, looks like, for me personally, this is just a personal opinion, the most concerning for tornadoes here in Arkansas. I think we could be staring down a severe weather outbreak if models stay the course as they are now. We've got a lot of time until next Tuesday, but that's my thought process now. And you can see the lightning density model picks up on thunderstorm activity really well on Tuesday afternoon, which means we have the storms, we've got the parameter space, we've got the climatology. It's mid-May. Arkansas doesn't always produce big tornado days in May. Some years are more apt than others. This one appears to be an active pattern. This May appears to be an active pattern. So, guys, I just talked a lot. I know that was just a lot of chatting, but we've got a lot to discuss here. I have a post up this morning on my Facebook and on my Twitter regarding the next several days, but sometimes it's easier for me to get on a live video, discuss it step by step with you, so you can rewind, fast forward, and pay attention to the parts that impact you. I know that a lot of you watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it on playback, are probably wondering, Zach, this all sounds great and all, but is it going to impact me? I live in fill in the blank, Arkansas. If you live in the state of Arkansas, there's a very good chance that from today, Thursday, through next Tuesday, you are going to observe thunderstorms at some point. Some possibly strong to severe, and that could include a tornado risk, a large hail risk, or damaging winds. Some of you will get through this with nothing, but some of you won't. Some of you will deal with severe weather over the next several days. I'm not trying to scare you. It's just a fact of the matter. So hopefully this helped answer some of your questions you might have. It's going to be an active pattern for the next several days. It's going to get a little bit annoying with daily severe weather risk. You're going to probably get tired of seeing this stuff on your phone and on your social media, but that's just part of it. It's unfortunate. So I don't want... I've seen, Haley, I see your comment about filled with fear. I don't want you to be filled with fear. I would rather you be prepared, especially if you have plans to please understand that thunderstorms are likely over the next several days. Looking at radar, we did have some activity this morning. We had a severe thunderstorm this morning in Scott, Polk, and Montgomery County. That didn't really last super long. I'm trying to find my radar scope. Sorry, guys. Looking at that now, we do have some thunderstorms in western Arkansas. It's 11:32 a.m. We have a thunderstorm right now on the Franklin and Johnson County line between Ozark and Clarksville. That's not severe. There might be some small hail in it. But we do have storms in eastern Oklahoma now, and I believe this is kind of the precursor for the severe weather risk today, Thursday. This activity that is to our west in Oklahoma, we're going to have continued activity as it moves off to the east-northeast into Arkansas. And like we talked about earlier, I'm not going to rehash it because I've discussed Thursday through Tuesday in depth. Today is much like the next several days, where if we have any thunderstorms that form during the afternoon hours, they could turn strong to severe, producing large hail, damaging wind gusts, and I cannot rule out a tornado or two. Essentially from today through Friday, Saturday, maybe even Sunday. Monday we might escape it during the day, but then we'll have more issues, unfortunately, it looks like on Tuesday. So, thank you guys so much for watching. So much information I know to kind of ingest at one time, but hopefully this video helped prepare you at least somewhat, starting today, Thursday, through tomorrow, Friday, and then eventually Saturday. I will have continued updates on my social media. As always, I post every single day, and if we have any severe weather that is deemed significant, I can't go live for every severe thunderstorm warning, or I would be on here all the time. But if we have significant severe thunderstorms with, insane hail or 90-mile-an-hour winds or whatever, I'll be on. And of course, if we have tornado warnings, unless I have something going on family-related where I just absolutely can't be here, I will be live. I plan on being close to the computer the next several days. So, really appreciate Air Masters of Arkansas for sponsoring this feed, 1312 Cleaning and Restoration, fantastic local company to the River Valley, and Jam Mart. You guys know Jam Mart. They've been with me forever. They sponsor all of my work. So really appreciate those local companies for allowing me to do this every single day. So be sure to support them when you can. Thank you guys for supporting me, and thank you for trusting me. I will catch you guys next time. I'm going to hop off here and get a few things done for severe weather-related content for the next day or so. And I'll be watching radar through the afternoon and evening, and I'll have any pertinent